gun, people! Cops earning the hate. How did we get here? Wow. Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. So, I don't know all the calls. Doesn't matter. I'm looking at the use of force when they use force. Was it minimum force necessary? And was it necessary? I mean, it's just outrageous.
Put the knife down! Put the knife down! I can only ask you so many times, sir, please!
Get on the ground!
So we have cops at good distance, a knife, guy's not chasing, don't know what he done. I mean, if he's already stabbed people and it's justified, even if it's justified, the problem is the Supreme Court has ruled that when deadly force is justified, it doesn't matter how much it's used. So if I can shoot you, the Supreme Court ruled it doesn't matter if I shoot you 100 times or 1 time. Deadly force is deadly force. I disagree with that. Rick, you can't disagree with the Supreme Court. You think you're smarter than that. I'm just telling you. Reasonably, just because I can kill somebody doesn't mean I should. And just because I can shoot somebody doesn't mean I should shoot them 500 times. But the Supreme Court has ruled it's okay. And that's why cops magged up. This case is a perfect case where cops could have fired 1, 2, maybe 3 rounds, paused, gave commands, reassessed. The guy falls on almost the first shot. But here, I got to give the cops credit here. They don't shoot him here 100 times.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
So he starts walking away. They charge. They close distance. Did they create the emergency? I mean, you could make a point that they didn't have to go, right? I mean, Supreme Court ruled cops have no duty to act. So they can't be in trouble for not acting. Could they have let him go? They could have. So they chased him.
Stop, please!
Right now!
Do not!
No! Get on the ground!
Get on the ground! Please don't make us do this! Please! Please put the knife down!
So the body cam here, the guy talking, doesn't want to shoot this guy. I don't know how many rounds he fired, and if he did, but it was probably sympathetic fire. The guy that shoots him should have been the only guy shooting, and he shouldn't have shot that many rounds, in my opinion.
We will fucking shoot you! Get on the fucking ground! Right?
Stop!
You're going to notice this guy says there's 2 cops. I don't need to be here. This guy's going to end up shooting everybody. I'm leaving. Why did this cop leave?
On the ground!
No.
Is there a threat?
Get a less lethal shotgun.
Maybe he was going to get less lethal. Maybe he was going to get a shield. Okay, maybe. Again, I don't know.
Put it down, please!
You stop!
You stop him!
Shoot you!
Stop!
Get on the fucking
Stop!
So this guy is holding his ground instead of retreating. I get it. Cops don't have to retreat. In stand your ground states, citizens don't have to retreat. I get it. Are you forcing the killing? This guy's a threat to himself right now.
Get on the ground! Stop! Stop walking! Get on the
Stop walking towards us!
Is this guy a threat to this officer? Who thinks this guy could shot? Now, everybody's going to pull out the Truller deal, 21 feet. If a guy's 21 feet with a knife, he can stab you. That only works with the gun in the holster. The Truller deal was pulled out and tested. If your gun is in your holster and a guy with a knife is 21 feet, he can cover that distance and stab you before you can get your gun out and put rounds on target. This guy's gun out, and he's ready to shoot. And he's got room to maneuver, and he can see the guy, and he's well lit, and he has multiple officers. Those are all things that are required when you're justifying. When a court's looking at deadly force, they're looking at things like that. When I'm testifying, if an officer used excessive or deadly force, was it justified? The things that I look for is lighting, weather, multiple officers. Was there a threat? Did he have a shield? Did he have a vest? Was the threat real or was it just perceived? Even if it was just perceived, unfortunately, the court says, even if there isn't a real threat, If a cop feels there's a threat, doesn't have to be a real threat. I mean, we have made it so easy for cops to kill people, and people want to run around and back the blue, and it's just crazy. This guy could have been shot once or twice, maybe. I don't even think he had to shoot him that. I've dealt with many guys with a knife walking to me, and I haven't shot any of them. And nobody else shot him. Because we weren't freaking bloodthirsty. We can, and we'll just kill everybody like the cops are today. It's just crazy.
You will get shot!
So it looks like the guy with this camera is mag dumping also. How many rounds? I have no clue. A lot. So this is an execution. This is an absolute preventing due process. This guy doesn't get his day in court. Cops aren't using minimum force because the courts rule that once deadly force is authorized, you can shoot him 1,000 times. So cops do it. Look, I'm no friend of shitty cops out there, but the law protects and gives them the power they have. And everyone that runs around backing the blue and telling these politicians to back the blue and voting for politicians that are blindly backing the blue, it's just bullshit. This guy should not have been shot that many times. I'm going to try and slow this down and see if we can't figure out how many times he gets shot. Let's slow this down at 25 speed. I'm going to guess well in excess of 20 times this guy was shot. Outrageous. In my opinion, earning the hate. This is why people don't trust cops. This is why we think you're bloodthirsty. This is why we don't want to help you. This is why people aren't upset when you guys get killed on the side of the street and you have these big parades of cars and trying to say, oh, well, it's so sad. And look, people, you cops better start cleaning your own house. Nobody is going to support you. And you know what? Cops don't care. Why don't they care? Because they don't need citizens anymore. It used to be there were few cops and we needed the public to help us and back us up because we couldn't get 50 cops there on the radio within 10 seconds. Now we have a military standing army of cops, and when they call for help, they can get 50 to 100 officers to come kill you. And people are like, back the blue, we need more cops. It's a very dangerous job. Stop repeating the bullshit. Earning the hate, in my opinion, and that they're